With Google, we bring not just hardware, but also software and AI to bring a helpful experience. Pixel 4a is super exciting because we're continuing to bring new helpful features at an affordable price point. Our design team actually, I think, uses human-centered principles really well, from the rounded corners, as well as things like the color pop button that sort of tell you where to push.
When people start using the phone, they are amazed at the awesome software features that are packed in the small device. Night sight for astrophotography is a really good example. While this is a smartphone, the second most thing that people do use it for is the camera.
My favorite thing about the phone, I think, is the display. I love the hole punch camera. I just think it's something that's really eye-catching.
This is actually the highest screen-to-body ratio we've ever shipped in a Pixel. When we told our sales team about it, they literally cheered. We have a car crash detection feature.
In case you are in a car crash, it will ask you if you are okay and call 911.
Pixel 3a was extremely well received. We expect Pixel 4a to be even better. I think it's gonna make a big splash.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our Pixel 4a Masterclass by Google Retail Live. My name's Kevin Cummings and I'll be your host today. Joining me is Stephanie Scott, a rockstar product manager from Google, who will be showing you what makes Pixel 4a, starting at just $349, our most helpful and affordable phone yet. We've created this masterclass event just for you so you can learn all the latest features of Pixel 4a and how to demo it to customers inside your stores. Today, we're welcoming you into our homes for this event. There's no studios, there's no green screens, just real conversations from couches, bedrooms, and honestly, wherever we could find peace and quiet. If something goes wrong, please bear with us as we troubleshoot. We've received a lot of great ideas on what you've wanted to see during today's masterclass, and we've listened. We're excited to be demoing a few ways Pixel 4a is both helpful at home and on the go, starting with photos. We're going to show you how to take shots like a pro. Then we're going to talk about power, how to charge less and live more, thanks to the features like the adaptive battery on the Pixel 4a. Next up is Google Assistant, where Stephanie will be showing off amazing new features of the new Google Assistant on the go. And finally, we're going to talk about protection, peace of mind built in with a phone that's always got your back. Now, before I turn it over to Stephanie, you'll see the live chat over there on the right. Both myself and Alan Karan will be monitoring and answering questions as we go. We've also got time reserved at the end for Q&A, so submit your questions at any time and we'll try to get to as many as we can. And with that, Stephanie, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Hi, everyone. I'm Stephanie Scott, a product manager at Google. And today I'm really excited to show you both camera features and then some of the other features that make the Google Pixel 4a so unique. It's packed with all the things you want. But before we dive into that, I'd love to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a hardware product manager at Google, so that means I work on everything you touch and feel, a product that is physical, you touch and feel. My job is a really fun mix of both really techie decisions and not so softer, more less techie decisions. So think everything from gigs of RAM and storage and chipset, all the way to what size should the phone be, how should it feel, what are those curves, what should the buttons feel like, so things like that. I'm super lucky to have this job, love it, love working with the teams at Google. As far as my background, I have a hardware engineering background, so I can also take apart the phone and put it back together if I want to. So definitely a fun role there. Getting back to the phone, before we talk about fit camera, let's take a quick look at the phone. The first thing to notice is we're super excited about this big bezel-less display this year. This is the first year we've done the bezel-less hole punch design, and it's actually the highest screen-to-body ratio we've ever shipped in a Pixel. And then on the back of the device, there's some familiar things that you might notice. First is the fingerprint sensor. Users really love that for fast unlocking, super ergonomic and easy to use. And then that ever popular headset jack that gives users the flexibility to use any accessory that they want. So this is the Pixel 4a that we've built this year. Going back to camera, the Google hardware, software, and AI work seamlessly together to give you the best and premium camera features. That means that with our single camera on the back and then the front camera on the front, it will help bring out that inner photographer in you. Now let's take a look at a few of my favorite features. The first is Live HDR+, With Live HDR Plus and exposure controls, you can actually get a great adjustment of color and lighting. It will even generate a preview of what that final image will look like before you take it. The next step is Top Shot. This helps you get more smiles and fewer of those blink photos. It will even suggest a better photo if within a small range of the photo that you've taken and help you upgrade to that one. Lastly, we can't talk about Pixel 4a's camera without touching on Night Sight. This is really a user favorite. Night Sight with astrophotography will give you those jaw-dropping photos that you love, not just near, far, but now galaxies away with astrophotography. All of this is without a flash. Night Sight captures rich detail and color, which I love. It's so powerful, it can now even do pictures of the stars using astrophotography. A few other favorites: with Pixel 4a camera, you can zoom further with super res zoom. We can also share photos with social share and focus on what matters with portrait mode. The best part, you don't have to worry about running out of storage, because now this year we have 128 gigs of onboard storage, and also you have unlimited high quality storage with Google Photos. You can even ask Google Assistant to help search through your photos. For example, I can say, "Hey Google, show me my photos of flowers." Now, let's test your smarts with a quick round of Help That Customer. I'm going to ask a customer scenario question, and you can use the live chat to answer the following Help That Customer multiple choice question. So here we go. I just want a phone that's reliable but doesn't break the bank. I only really use the camera for keeping in touch. What would you recommend? A, for $349, the Pixel 4a's got great features like Live HDR Plus, Night Sight, and even Social Share to keep in touch with loved ones. B, all Pixel phones are the same. Just flip a coin and choose. C, Pixel 4 has some of the best Google built in, and you can even wirelessly charge using the Google Pixel stand. Ready, set, go. I see a few A's, maybe a C thrown in there. Not sure if B's tempting anyone. The correct answer is A. Amazing. You're all experts in the Google Pixel 4a's camera now. And now you'll know how to take photos just like a pro with a 4a camera. Next up, let's talk about power. I don't know about you, but having a phone battery that can now last from breakfast to bed has been a game changer for me. And now I can do even more talking, texting, and streaming with the Pixel 4a's fast charge. Pixel 4a comes with an 18-watt fast charger in the box, so you can get back to doing the things that you love as quickly as possible. Also, knowing that on-screen time has gone up with work from home, we've increased our battery size this year. It's 10% larger than the Pixel 4a, and we've added AI-powered features to stretch that even further. So adaptive battery, one example, will learn which apps you use the most and which you're using less, and actually turn down the power for those apps you use less so that that phone can last all day. Now, let's play another quick round of Help That Customer. Just like before, use the live chat to answer the following customer scenario question. My current phone always dies after a few hours. I need something that will last all day. A, we have a great line of power banks that you can use to charge your phone. B, Pixel 4a's got adaptive battery, which means it learns your favorite apps and reduces power to the ones you rarely use to give you all-day power. And C, Pixel 4a has a 2,000 milliamp hour battery that will last all day, so you'll never need a portable charger again. Ready, set, go. Looks like people are thinking about maybe B, maybe C. Boy, do I remember having to lug a power bank around everywhere back in the day, maybe 5 or so years ago. And it's B. Now, next up, we're going to introduce you to the new Google Assistant. Let's talk a little bit about how you can do more of what you love by letting Pixel 4a help you on the go, or even when your hands are tied up. Just like on the Pixel 4, the new Pixel 4a comes with a new Google Assistant built in, which means you can control your phone, apps, and multitask just with your voice. With this new features like continued conversation, you can ask just one or a series of follow-up questions without having to repeat, "Hey Google," to get the information you need. Let me show you what I mean. "Hey Google, text Layla, still on the road, can I call you later?"
Sending.
Open Maps. Find gas stations near me. Play my Country Road playlist on YouTube Music.
Alright, here's your YouTube music playlist called Country Road.
And just like from a Google Nest device, you could ask commands to control your home. "Hey Google, rise and shine."
Good morning. I'll start some coffee for you. Let's make things nice and cozy. Turning up the temperature. Right now in San Francisco, it's 62 degrees with smoke. Today, it'll be cloudy with a forecasted high of 66 and a low of 56. Today at 5 p.m., you have pick up bicycle from the shop. There's light traffic on the way to your workplace, so it should take 41 minutes.
And with custom routines like you just saw, I could do multiple actions at once. For example, I can turn up my Nest thermostat because I like it a little warmer in the morning. I can control appliances or devices like my coffee maker, and even get updates like news, weather, traffic, and more, all from my Google Pixel 4a. You can also give your family a heads up from the road. "Hey Google, broadcast, be home in 30. Traffic is a breeze today." "Be home in 30. Traffic is a breeze today." Thanks to Broadcast, I can share my voice from my Pixel 4a to other devices linked to that account, like my Nest Hub Max, whether I'm at home or away. Peace of mind. "Hey Google, set Nest Secure to away and guarding." All from your Google Nest Hub Max, on the go or from the Pixel 4a. For example, I can say, "Hey Google, set Nest Secure to away and guarding." You'll never need to stress about pushing the right buttons. You can use the Google Nest Hub Max, the Nest app, or the Nest tag like I just did there. You'll always feel protected, whether you're inside or outside the home. Now, one of my personal favorite features is Call Screen. With Call Screen, you'll never be interrupted by robocalls. Google Assistant automatically screens them out or screens out unknown callers and filters out robocalls. And if it's a real person, your phone will ring again in a few minutes later with some helpful context about who's calling and why. Here, it looks like my friend Alan wants to get some pizza. And finally, we've got Recorder and live caption features that will really help you get things done. With Recorder, it automatically transcribes your speech and categorizes it into relevant categories. That way you can go back and search the audio recordings to find the part that matter to you faster. This is great for taking notes or for lectures. And then another really helpful feature is live caption, which with a press of the button automatically adds captions to audio playing on your phone. You can use it on videos, podcasts, and audio messages, or even stuff you record yourself. Alrighty, let's see what you've learned with another round of Help That Customer. You know the drill. Use the live chat to answer the following customer scenarios. I receive so many spam calls on a daily basis and have way too many apps on my phone. I can never find what I'm looking for. A, with Pixel 4a, you can silence your phone to avoid answering or hearing spam calls. B, turn off your phone and offload some apps to make your life easier. And C, Pixel 4a has call screen features that filter spam calls for you. And with Google Assistant, it can make controlling apps and navigating your phone even easier. Ready, set, go. Guess B is an option, but it's not a very good one. Let's see if people are choosing A, C. Well, if you said C, you're correct. Call screen and the new Google Assistant for the win. But before we open it up to Q&A, I want to quickly touch on the protection and security that comes with the Pixel 4a. Protection is a big part of our process when developing new products, and the Pixel 4a is no exception. Get peace of mind knowing your phone is working to keep you and your stuff safe. Let's take a look at a few notable features.
At Google, we're committed to making products that are private and secure. We've designed the new Pixel 4a to have your personal safety at its core. The Pixel 4a also protects your privacy. It uses Google's powerful Titan M chip to encrypt and protect private data on the phone. This chip is based on the ones that Google uses to protect its data centers, and now it can protect your data too. Pixel 4a comes with 3 years of guaranteed software updates after its launch. This means that not only will it add new features over time, but it makes sure the phone is always up to date and protected. Only a phone from Google gets better over time. The Pixel 4a comes with car crash detection, which automatically detects if you're in a collision and calls emergency responders for you, giving them your location. Stay safe and secure with the new Google Pixel 4a.
As you saw, you can rest assured that the Pixel 4a has got your back. Now, are you ready for one last round of Help That Customer? Remember, use the live chat to answer the following helpful Help That Customer scenario. I'm ready to invest in a new phone, but want something that will last a few years. What do you recommend? A, with the Pixel 4a, you automatically receive the latest OS and security updates for at least 3 years to help keep you and your device running smoothly and securely. B, check out Pixel 4a. It's got cool features like car crash detection and Titan M. Or C, get a solid case for your phone to protect it from water spills and butterfingers. Ready, set, go. Wondering if anyone's choosing B, maybe A. All right, I couldn't stump you with that one. Great job, guys. The answer was A. Now, to summarize what we've talked about today, we've made a really easy to remember formula. It all boils down to P4A. That's 4 P's. The first one is price. That's $349. That's starting at that people really love. Photos, all those amazing camera features we covered. Power, with an all-day battery and fast charger and box. Protection, all those protective and security features we talked about. And then lastly, assistant, all the helpfulness of Google built in. All right, I think it's time for some Q&A with Kevin. Take it away.
All right. Wow. So many great features and demos. Thanks for taking us through that master class, Stephanie. Before we open it up to Q&A, we want to recognize and thank each and every one of you for all your hard work and dedication to your local communities. You play a vital role in helping people stay connected to their loved ones, accomplish what's important to them, have fun, and stay safe. We cannot thank you enough for all that you do. With that, I'm going to open it up for questions. So go ahead and type those questions into the chat log. We've already answered quite a few questions in there, both Alan and myself, but I pulled out some to answer live. I'm going to give Stephanie a quick break, and I'm going to answer the first question myself. And that question is, how did you decide on a single display size for the Pixel 4a? And this is a great question. We actually used a combination of several research sources and focus groups to select the right dimensions and screen size. The 5.8-inch screen really allows for or follows the preference for smaller screens at this price range. We've seen similar feedback from our Pixel 3a customers, and we created a modern bezel-less design for the P4a. And as a result, the screen size is 4.5% larger, while the device is decreased by 5.8% compared to the Pixel 3a. So super exciting, feels really good in your hand, ultra thin, and I absolutely love this device. All right, so as those questions are coming in, I'm going to ask a really important question to Stephanie. Why the change back to a fingerprint sensor after all that work went into building Face Unlock for Pixel 4?
Yeah, that's a great question. And to be honest, I don't really think of it as a change back because we really followed the Pixel 3a that also had that fingerprint sensor on the back. But when you are building a phone, especially at this price point, there's a ton of trade-offs that go into hitting that aggressive target. So to not compromise on the features that we thought really mattered to the users. So that's the amazing premium camera, the upgraded display, 128 gigs of RAM, and the 6 gigs of storage. We knew we could deliver a high quality, ergonomic, and fast authentication with just the fingerprint sensor on the back.
And I am absolutely blown away that this device is $349. I'm so impressed. And the fact that it's got a fingerprint sensor on, when I go out and I'm wearing my mask, I can quickly unlock my phone all with that fingerprint sensor. So I'm really excited that we've kept it from the Pixel 3a into the Pixel 4a. All right, so Stephanie, this is a personal question for you. What's your favorite feature on the Pixel 4a?
Ooh, Honestly, I think I have to say camera. Camera is definitely always a favorite from the Pixel team. I love that when I'm like out with a Google group of friends or traveling, people always want me to take the pictures for the group. Night Sight is amazing for capturing photos, even just in like restaurants.
Oh, it looks like we lost Stephanie. So what I'll do is I'll tell you my favorite feature. My favorite feature on the Pixel 4a is going to be the battery, because what happened is I plugged this, charged this in throughout the whole day, and it's showing me that I have 1 day and 14 hours left on my battery. So absolutely incredible. Give us just a minute for Stephanie to come back. Grow team, do you got Stephanie live? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's okay because we're in the Q&A panel. So the next question is, are there any promotions that we're offering with the Pixel 4a? So you'll need to talk to or view the individual carriers for pricing promotions. But when you purchase a Pixel 4a, you'll get a 3-month trial of YouTube Premium, Google Play Pass, and Google One on us. So not only are you getting a great phone at a great price, but you're also getting great Google services. All right, so now I'm going to turn it over into the questions that you have asked already. At the very start of this session, I was so excited to see Ashley and Eric and Chris talking about Android 11, which is now available on the Pixel 4a. Just a couple days ago, we dropped that. So exciting to have all those great Android 11 features available on a phone that is such a great value. So I just wanted to call that out. Thanks, guys, for coming into this session early and already just building up that great Google experience of Android 11. All right, so some of the questions that we've got in here. How were they able to design such a great quality phone at a price point? Look, we're not magicians, but we try to be as much as we can. And Stephanie, being on the engineering team as well as the product management team, they really try to take all the things that we've done with our previous devices and build it into the Pixel 4a. So you'll see astrophotography, you'll see a lot of the camera features that we were able to accomplish with 2 sensors on the Pixel 4. You'll see that we're able to mimic and duplicate that with software on the Pixel 4a. So really exciting to have all of that. All right, so Stephanie is back. And Stephanie, this is the biggest question that has come up in the chat, and that is, when will we launch 5G Pixel devices?
Yep. So as we know, Pixel phones are going 5G. We did do a little teaser about the phones coming in the fall. So those are the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G. And they'll be getting a little extra boost of helpfulness with the speed that 5G provides. 5G phones are going to be starting at $499, and be sure to visit store.google.com to sign up to be on the notification list to know exactly when those are available.
Awesome. I'm so excited for those 5G devices, but in the meantime, I'm really happy with my Pixel 4a. So there's a couple questions that come up, and I think we can answer these with one answer. The question is, does this phone have an IP rating? And also, does this phone have wireless charging?
Yeah. So this phone does not have IP rating, and this phone does not have wireless charging.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And that also goes in line with the real value of this device at just being $349. There's some things that we did have to take off, but the phone at $349 has such an amazing value and just feels good in your hand. I love this device, everyone. All right, we've got time for just a few more questions. Go ahead and post those in the chat log. So Stephanie, if there was a color that you could make your Pixel 4a, what color would you make it?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think we've done a lot of really fun things with color at Google Hardware and on the Pixel team. No one's going to forget not pink or orangish or purplish rather, and then also orange. I think if I were going to do one, I've been rocking one of our fabric cases that's actually blue this year, and I would love a blue phone, I think.
Okay, how fun. All right, we're still waiting for some more questions. Be sure to type those in the chat log. But in the meantime, what we want you to do is Alan is going to post a link into the chat. And we covered a lot today, and we hope that you learned some new ways to talk to customers about the new Pixel 4a. Before you leave, we do these live streams for you, and your feedback means a lot. So please click on the survey link in the live chat to complete a short set of questions about your experience today. And be sure to visit Retail Training by Google to access all the training materials covered today. So if you want to get the field guides, if you want to get more additional training, be sure to visit the Retail Training site by Google for all that information. We also have schedules for live future virtual training sessions. And if you haven't already, you want to sign up for our newsletter using the link below to stay in the loop. So anytime we're doing a future virtual training, we want to keep you in the loop. We want to make sure that you're joining and make sure that you've got time for it. So be sure to sign up for our newsletter. Doesn't look like we've got any other questions. Just some standard ones like what is the warranty?
Ooh, I'm pretty sure that varies by geo. I think it's either 1 or 2 years depending on the geo that you're in or which countries you're in. Yeah.
Okay, that is so you want to check with your location, with your retailer to make sure that you see what the warranty is. On shop.google.com, though it does come with a 1-year warranty with the device. And at $349, Stephanie, I think we are just packaging in so much for such a great price.
Yeah.
All right, make sure that you click on the link again. Remember that we really value your feedback. Be sure to visit Retail Training by Google to access all the materials today and learn about future trainings. But from everyone here at Google, we really want to thank you for joining. From myself and Stephanie, we want to thank you for joining Retail Live. Have a nice day and stay safe.
Bye.